আমি এখন মানস মুখার্জি স্যারকে প্লিজ কিছু বলুন প্লিজ।
Good afternoon. Good afternoon, dear colleagues, students, past and present students. It's really a pleasure for me to stand here today on such an auspicious day. First, I must thank all the students for taking the initiative in organizing this program, a program that has been being held for quite some time now, every year, and I think this is one of the best programs that I've attended. Thank you, students. I basically, to be honest, I'm not a teacher. I've always worked in the industry. I started my career in the industry wearing half pants because it was very important to work on a paper machine to make paper, because everything was rotating, and the rule was we were not allowed to watch anything on our fingers, and we had to come in half pants. It's quite a shock that time, after having all the education, to come into the industry and then being told that you have to wear half pants to do your work. Because that was the norm in the paper industry in those days, when I joined as a trainee, trying to make paper on a paper machine. Those days are gone. If I look back at that point of time, I felt that I should get out of the industry. Because it was quite, awkward to go to a plant and work with half pants on. But then I realized the first foremost thing for any fresher when they go to the industry is to think about the future, not the present. And the qualifications that you have got after passing out for the institute is basically a gate pass to enter the production facility or wherever you're working. How good you perform will be your smartness and what you have learned, and to exploit that to the extent possible. On that day, I could have walked out of the industry, but I then realized when I went and told my father that this is the type of job that I'm trying to do, and he gave me the confidence. He said, this is where you should start. I'm sure you will finish in a better way. Try to bear with it. So initially, my advice to all of you is, once you go out of this institute, please work smartly and work hard. Don't judge the future by working in 5 or 6 days in the industry, where people will tell you a lot of things. People will test you. Oh, this boy or girl has come from the Indian Institute of Packaging, so they must be knowing everything, and they will try to, bother you a lot. Try to bear with it. That also is an experience. And the most important thing is, once you go to the industry, see, we as teachers will try to give you whatever we can, and I'm sure all the faculty members are doing their best to impart as much knowledge as they can to you. But then, you should also try to absorb that, which I feel at times is a bit lacking in some of the students. That you must be able to absorb what you're teaching. See, because teaching is such a thing that I always say that when I teach, I learn a lot of things. Because I expect questions to come forward, I try to understand. Because this course is very interesting, because you have people from different disciplines. Someone is a physics honor, someone is a chemistry honor, someone is a mechanical engineer, someone is an electrical engineer. So a lot of adjustments we need to do to get a message of education into your So my advice to all of you would be, as a person who has spent all his life working in the industry, taking teaching as a more of a hobby than as a profession. I used to teach also when I used to work in shifts. And another very important thing is, once you get into the industry, be like the trunk of an elephant. Try to understand, not to be confined only to your discipline, because you need to go. If you have to become a manager, you won't be only confined to packaging. You need to broaden your horizon. You need to be very, very inquisitive. Because unless you're inquisitive, you won't learn the other aspects of an industry. So you all need to be inquisitive. You all need to learn beyond what we teach here today. You all must learn. If you have to grow, you have to work hard and at the same time work very, very smartly. And that smartness will come to you only when you are inquisitive and try to know. Like for example, you go to the packaging, you are put in the department where you are testing the quality of paper. But that doesn't prevent you to trying to find out how the machine works. Because if you are a manager, you have to handle the complete packaging unit, not only testing. So this is very important thing which I am lucky that I adopted this. And I have been, as far as I'm concerned, I've been quite successful in this profession, only because I was inquisitive. And this I want to give a message to all of you. Please be inquisitive and do not confine your learning only to what you study here or what we teach you. Try to broaden your horizon. Okay? Thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you, sir.